For our third test day, we're still focusing on suspension components, and we've added some BC Racing coilover suspension, as well as some race fab suspension arms. The BC Racing coilover suspension gives us three main advantages. First of all, it has individually adjustable bump and rebound settings, and this lets us tune the handling of the car to suit both the track and the driver's preference. Secondly, it has adjustable ride height, which lets us very accurately tune the ride height to give us both a better visual look as well as lowering the centre of gravity, which will improve handling. Lastly, we have camber adjustable strut tops, which allows us to dial in the camber on the front end of the car very accurately. Let's pop under the car and we'll have a look at the race fab suspension arms. With the suspension in the rear of the car, we've got three race fab suspension arms. We've got an adjustable lower control arm, a toe control arm, and a trailing arm. The lower control arm is the main adjustment for camber in the rear of the car, and this is one thing the factory car really does lose out on. There is no adjustment at all for rear camber, so this gives us a huge range of adjustment. The toe control arm replaces the factory arm. It gives the same range of adjustment for rear toe, but it has the advantage of a spherical bearing, which we'll talk about in a second. And finally, we've got the adjustable trailing arm. Again, this has the advantage of a spherical bearing. Moving to the front of the car, we've fitted the adjustable race fab lower control arms. Again, these are fitted with spherical bearings, and these allow us to adjust both the caster and the camber. One of the main advantages with the race fab suspension arms is that they're all equipped with spherical bearings. Spherical bearings are also known as rose joints or rod ends, and basically these take out all of the compliance of the factory rubber bushes. This makes the car much more responsive and much more predictable to the driver. These race fab arms are more of a race orientated part. The spherical bearings give a lot of advantages with the handling and the responsiveness of the car, but spherical bearings are a lot noisier on the road than a factory rubber bush. They tend to transmit a lot more noise, vibration and harshness into the vehicle, and this can be felt when you're driving on public roads. The other thing about spherical bearings is they do tend to wear out a little bit quicker than a rubber bush, so these aren't for everyone. We're testing them to see what sort of results we can get on the racetrack with them. So with that said, let's head to the racetrack and see how everything performs. We've been testing out the new Nitto NTO1 track tyres. So these are a semi-slick compound. For me, it's the first time I've driven on a semi-slick, and I could not believe the difference. It took me a whole session to actually find the limits of the tyres. It's really transformed the handling, and the car is so much quicker around the track thanks to the tyres.